The smell hit me before I even saw anything. It was thick, sweet, wrong. Not the kind of smell you ignore. I should have turned back right there. But I didn't. I pushed through the undergrowth, brushing branches out of my face, following it like something was pulling me closer. The deeper I went, the quieter everything became. No birds, no insects, just that smell, getting heavier with every step. Then I saw him. At first, my brain refused to process it, just a shape on the ground, too still, too human. And then it clicked. I froze. The body was lying half-hidden beneath the bushes, twisted slightly, like he had fallen and never gotten back up. His skin had changed colour, swollen, darkened, wrong in ways I can't fully explain. You didn't need to look twice to know he'd been there for a while. Something about the way he was positioned made it feel unfinished, like I had walked in on something I wasn't supposed to see. I stumbled back, nearly tripping over a root, my heart hammering so loud I could hear it in my ears. My hands were shaking as I pulled out my phone. When the police answered, my voice didn't even sound like mine. They told me to stay where I was, said help was coming, stay, right there, with him. I remember looking back at the body, wishing I hadn't made that call, wishing I had just walked away and pretended I never saw anything. But it was too late. So I waited. Minutes passed, then longer. Time stretched in a way that didn't feel normal. The light started to fade, slowly draining out of the forest, until everything turned dull and grey, then darker. I kept my distance, but no matter where I stood, it felt like he was still too close, like the space between us didn't matter. At some point, I sat down without realizing it, just staring, not directly at him, but never fully looking away either. That's when it started to feel wrong. Not just the situation, but him. There was this creeping sensation like I wasn't alone anymore. I told myself it was just my imagination. Of course it was. I was in the middle of nowhere, sitting near a dead body as night fell. Anyone would feel like that, but it didn't go away. The silence got heavier, pressing in. Every little sound, branches shifting, leaves moving, felt too deliberate, too close. I caught myself glancing back at him more and more, checking, making sure he hadn't moved. He hadn't. But somehow it still felt like he had. By the time the police finally arrived, I was already on edge, my nerves stretched thin. Their voices, their flashlights, it all snapped me back to reality. They took over quickly, asking questions, moving around the scene like it was routine. One of them eventually told me what happened. Suicide. Simple as that. No mystery, no danger. Just someone who had come out here and decided not to go back. That should have been the end of it, and for a while I told myself it was. But then the dreams started. At first, they were vague. Just flashes, the forest, the smell, that same heavy silence. Then he appeared, standing where I had found him. Only, not like before, he was upright, still, watching me. The first time he spoke, I woke up before I could understand what he said. The second time, I didn't. His voice was low, wrong, like it didn't belong to something human anymore. He told me I shouldn't have found him, that I had disturbed his resting place, that I wasn't supposed to be there. I tried to ignore it, told myself it was just my mind replaying what happened. Trauma, stress, something like that. But the dreams kept coming, and each time he got closer, clearer, angrier. He started saying things I couldn't shake off even after waking up. Things that stayed with me during the day, creeping into quiet moments when I wasn't thinking about it, telling me to join him, telling me to finish what he started. I stopped walking near that area completely, avoided anything that reminded me of it, but it didn't matter, because it wasn't the place anymore, it was him. Even now, every once in a while he shows up again, same forest, same silence, Same voice. And every time I wake up, it takes me a few seconds to remember where I am, to convince myself I'm not still out there, sitting in the dark, waiting. I can already tell. He's going to be there again tonight.